This is Farid Premani, and welcome to Ignite the Spark with another Zeal. Um, Today, we'll discuss about how to evaluate your passion, preferences, and life journeys. It's been a very important topic, and it's not something that is only coming from kids or teenagers or people who are confused after doing their college. It's been a question for every entrepreneur. Quality of life can only be achieved by undergoing a specific startup path or being entrepreneurial. You're lucky if you got your family owned business which is running at a 45-degree angular path. But if you really want to do something in life, it's not only the money game, it's something that you have to dive deeper into what you are born to excel. And this thing is something which is not transparently available on the surface. So I'll be sharing with you 7 tips, and these 7 tips are something which has been personally either practiced by me or some veteran professionals, and me myself in my career coachings. I have learned this technique by practically doing it on myself, and then these are some time tested techniques from mind maps, whether you call as important psychologist, Sigmund Freud, different models. So I'm trying to mix match them and sharing with you things that have personally worked. So we'll go through 5 tips like that. This is not a bed of roses, so you have to go through it rigorously in order to dive deeper into what you are. And this might take some time, but once you figure that sweet spot out, and then you can create business models, commercial interest models around that. And when you really live and breathe what you are, your success path is like this. So because you're not time bound, you're not money bound, you're doing that thing as a passion that makes you happy, if it gives you money or not. And if you start doing something selflessly, the results are remarkable. So the first step is to stop finding passion near your radius. Usually what we do is we try to figure out passion in our job, in our work lives, in our subjects that we study. The problem is if you're not in the right fit, you might not be able to figure out or spotlight the areas which you have. So stop looking at the areas nearby your zone, and by that we mean try to be divergent rather than being convergent. So open up your magnifying glass and open up your dome. Second thing is try to list down possibilities where you have got praise and where you've been praised by your families, friends, your people around you, and different. Maybe it could be your parents, it could be your teacher, they could be your enemies, your rivalry. Sometimes it's a beauty that if you have that innate ability, people who don't like you even compliment you. So start writing it down in a journal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make a list of 50, 60 words. I know it's difficult, but then you're trying to explore yourself. So the results are great. Keep on doing this exercise at least once a week for next 4 weeks. And once you do this for next 4 weeks, sit down, take a cup of coffee, maybe preferably earning in morning if you go for jog near lake, but be by yourself. This exercise cannot be done with somebody else included, okay? Because you are trying to speak the hard truth. And then keep on reviewing those 50, 60 praises and motivations and try to put them as your strength list. This is something which others has evaluated you. So if others have evaluated you in this thing, that's number 2. First, start looking something outside your job. Number 2, make a list of praises and appreciations that you have got in your life. This could be, maybe somebody could be saying you, hey, you speak very well. Somebody could be saying you, hey, you are a problem solver. Somebody could compliment you, hey, you have been very strategic thinker. Somebody could have been saying, hey, you are really a people skill guy. So you know who you are good at. Maybe you could be a singer, dancer, sportsman, could be physically very fit and strong by birth. So this, you could have any innate ability that you need to explore with the help of appreciations you have got in your life from others. Number three is sit down, close your eyes, and that's a power of writing. So please don't write in this technology yet on these gadgets and iPads and stylus. use that paper and pen, and nobody is seeing your diagram. Try to draw yourself. Try to draw not your features, but what do you want to see yourselves 10 years ahead. The problem is, if we ask these questions, our brain is not attuned to answer. So we have to, like Steve Jobs says, connect the dots. So what we are trying to do in this video on how to evaluate your passion and develop a commercial advantage is, we are trying to identify the dots first, and then we'll try to make a connective picture. Everyone is different, everyone is unique. God has made everyone very different. So this exercise must take long, but it's very important. And trust me, I've been interviewing aspiring entrepreneurs throughout my life. I myself have changed my profession 6 times, and every successful entrepreneur I have talked to have on average changed from 6 to 7 times. And that change is at the age of either mid 30s or initial 40s. So you don't need to worry. All the big ventures takes time and has to be in your area of passion. You cannot ever be the best copycat. That's a sentence which we see in all the social medias. But trust me, if you really spend your time on yourself, identifying what you love, forget about money, it will follow. Fourth thing that we will look at is, there is a website, it's called onet.org. And when you try to put these key performance indicators, let's say what do you love, let's say speaking, leadership, are you someone who's an extrovert or who's an introvert, who wants to go upfront and work, showcasing world, or are you someone who is a backbencher, maybe could be a banker, could be a teller, could be a research scientist. So you need to know who you love, and what you enjoy in what way. In Onet, that's the fourth one, you can make commercial sense. So let's say, just trying to probe who you are, there is a site, it's called mynextmove.org. That's a free site by Department of Labor and Education. If you take a small psychological test, you should be able to see a lot of fields what the system suggests you, and this system has like around 200,000 professions with their job titles, everything. So try to explore that as a fourth point and see what makes sense. And fifth is something imaginative. It's a power of visualization. So you visualize what you want in your life, and you try to develop a journal, use Google Images, take those action dreams which you want to be fulfilled, and try to stick that out on your paper and keep on looking at it on these 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th week. And after a month around repeating this exercise from these 5 different thoughts, you should be able to have a blurred picture of who you are, what you like. And matching from Onet and other sites which are based on demand driven professions, you should be able to make real commercial sense. Doesn't matter, because I have a small viewership now, but I am thankful for suggestions and all those YouTube videos and Twitter messages that I've started this venture to help you. And I'm also learning a lot when I need to dive deeper into different subjects, requests that's coming in. But yes, you have to do these 5 things: visualization, start a journal and write down your appreciations, go to Onet and see those appreciations, what are commercially viable. Number 4th, I would suggest you is to start training yourself on digital searches. So by digital searches means everything is online. If you want to also have a cup of coffee, you go to Google and you type buy a coffee, buy a cappuccino, buy something, slush, or anything. All these keywords are tracked, and there is a volume against every keyword which you can suggest on a simple free tool. It's called Google Keyword Planner. You can also watch any YouTube video on Google Keyword Planner. That's a 2-minute thing. But if you keep on typing what's in your mind, you should be able to make real sense of if public really knows it and searches for it or not. And you might be sometimes have a wondrous result, seeing that, okay, these results, really what I was thinking, there is nothing existent right now, but customers are searching for it. And we are going through a reverse engineering mechanism of finding customers first, finding our passion, and making that triangular curve to dive deeper into that sweet spot. I hope this video would have helped you, and good luck. Share with me your thoughts, and